and then we went in the locker room. We sat down, and Coach Q came in
Ooh.
and talked to all of us for like 10 minutes. And I'm not going to lie.
Ready to run through a wall?
Yeah, I was ready to play for him. I was like, I get why people like this guy. But he's like, if you guys need anything to help with marketing, with selling merch, with, come to us and we'll help you and you help us. We're one big team. I mean, he gets it, man. Welcome back, Benchwarmers. It's that time of year where we start dropping pucks.
And hopefully some gloves too occasionally, right? I'm Brennan, hockey noob.
I'm Corey. This is Orange Country.
I'm Aaron, ready to take flight on the season, and this is our view from the bench.
Thank you all for coming by. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got plenty of other sports, but we talk about hockey now. And if you like what you see, like the video. Tell us that you like it. Keep it moving. All right. Aaron, bro, it's been a minute. Our hockey analyst, guru, friend is joining us. Aaron, he also knows baseball. We went through this entire baseball season, and because Corey and I talk about baseball so little on the podcast, we forgot to even bring you on.
Dude, we didn't even do a season preview. We did a month in review, and then we did a
prediction from there.
ALDS, ALCS kind of combo episode. But part of the thing is the schedule for baseball has been so weird in the playoffs and the way we record. It just hasn't really panned out. But we will hopefully next week be able to do them before the World Series starts. Depending
you should
on
join us.
Oh yeah.
So Aaron, feel free to come back.
Yeah, I'd love
that way you can get a little bit of baseball in, so we're not just abusing you for your hockey knowledge. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, I'm all down. This is the time of year where I get to play the fact that I'm not a Dodgers fan, even though here I am cheering for the Dodgers every game. So
we're not talking about baseball.
You're a little Ohtani sucker, that's why.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, look, he's the GOAT for a reason.
No, he's good. He's good.
That part.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not rooting for the Dodgers per se, but this is one of the. Who said it the other day? I forgot who it was. Oh, it was Flea. I was watching an interview with Flea, huge Lakers fan, obviously Red Hot Chili Peppers thing, and he was talking about how he fucking hates the Celtics, and he was in Boston when we won Game 5 there to come back. Maybe we lost Game 5 there. We were down, coming back 3-2. Yeah, we won 6 and 7 at home. Right. So he was there, he's talking about it, and he just keeps going. He's like, you know what? But if I had to be honest with you, this Boston team is probably my least hated. And that's kind of how I feel about the Dodgers. As much as I don't like the Dodgers, I'm not rooting for them to win. This is my least hated Dodger team, mainly because Ohtani is just insane to watch. But honestly, Freddie Freeman seems like such a cool guy. He seems like a good dad. And yeah, you know what I mean?
So it's not like the Yasiel Puig era where they were all kind of a-holes and annoying and shitty.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I don't really hate anybody. I just don't want them to win, like you said.
Exactly. Well, we're off on a tangent already.
The Kings when it comes to hockey.
True.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you for bringing it back to hockey. That's where we're at. So we're here. We're a couple games into hockey season already. So we wanted to bring Aaron in. Luckily, it's a little bit longer than football. If we'd 5 games into football already, it's halfway over. But
it'd be a bit of a problem.
Yeah. So we want to bring Aaron in, kind of get his idea on some stuff. Again, I'm more of a hockey noob. Corey, while he works there, is head into basically all the 3 other major sports. I have a problem. Basketball, baseball, football. So Aaron is our guru and our shining light in the hockey world. And I know we've got a couple headlines that we want to discuss and kind of anything else that kind of comes up that you'd be interested in talking about. But I know the big one, especially locally here, is the retirement tour, I guess you could say, of Andre Kopitar, correct?
Yep. 18 years, I believe, with the Kings. That's
damn.
Ooh, yeah. And that's unfortunately 2 cups, but it is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Honestly, the one cup where they were the 8th seed, they earned the shit out of that one.
Yeah,
that one. I mean, I think every series went 7, and every Game 7 was on the road because they were the lowest seed. So I give them props. I mean, I don't give them props, but you know what I mean. I give them props for that. So I mean, tell us a little bit. What are you thinking, Aaron? What are you thinking, Aaron, about this Kopitar tour? I mean, how are the Kings supposed to look this year?
I mean, the Kings this year have all kind of been looking to be a playoff team by most fans, analysts, all across the board. Metrics, yeah. I think that for me, I don't know how they were a playoff team last year, to be honest, and I think that was mostly on their goaltending. They have Darcy Kemper, who's a very solid goalie and bailed them out of a lot. I mean, like most good Kings teams, they always rely on their goalie. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, for Kopitar, though, out of all the years, like we're talking about with the Dodgers and having players, that you can't hate. I just can never hate Kopitar. That he's such a class act and a really solid player.
Drew Doughty, I always hated.
Oh yeah,
I was about to say, what about Drew?
Dustin Brown, different story.
Dustin Brown. I'm with you on Dustin Brown. Actually, I don't even know that much about hockey. And I'm with you on that one.
Oh yeah, but and Quick for me, I always was so frustrated with him.
He's just too good.
He's too good. But Kopitar, no, I mean, I can't say enough good things about him as a hockey player on the ice, and also he just seems like a super really awesome dude in everything I've seen him in. It's kind of
Yeah, if
crazy
you
that
think
him and
about it, he's kind of their Getzlaf when it
yeah,
comes to like the
oh yeah, for
Yes.
Ducks.
sure,
Oh, okay.
career long, one team
Mhm.
only, and gets the championships with them, captain for so many years. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of crazy that him and Kershaw go out on the same, basically the same
Yeah,
season,
not
kind of
only
opposite seasons, but
they
they don't
announced
line
on the
up.
same day.
Yep,
Like it
yep,
was, I don't
Basically,
know if
yeah.
that was on purpose or not, obviously, but they did announce their retirements the same day.
right. But yeah,
My
he's
friend Jasmine, huge Dodgers, Kings, Lakers fan.
yep.
She was
Boo, yay, boo.
yeah. She was not happy that day. She was like, "Wait, Kershaw and Kopitar in the same?" Yeah, so
I
that
mean, let's
was
be
it was
honest. You had
rough.
to see the Kershaw one coming. Kopitar, maybe
Oh
I
yeah,
could see. You might think he might play another year or push it to 20 because that seems to be the thing in hockey lately.
Mhm.
But I mean, 18 years is still a hell of a run. So, but no, is the question though is even
yeah.
though Gretzky played for the Kings, Kopitar is the best king of all time, right?
I think so.
Like
I mean, in terms
longevity
of
and every. I mean, he's
longevity,
won 2 cups. Gretzky never won one there.
yeah,
True.
exactly. And he, even though he wasn't the captain for both those cup wins, like huge part of them. I mean, he
Yeah,
outside of like Dustin Brown in terms of like games played, I think he has more on there. But longevity wise, like just all around importance to the franchise, he's got to be like number one. Yeah, like
yeah,
you said,
for
Gretzky,
sure.
obviously the great one of the best, but his best years were not in LA, so
No.
he
Exactly.
definitely
Yeah.
takes a back seat for Kopitar here. And just being from Slovenia and like just a place that doesn't produce a lot of hockey players too, in the NHL, that is. Um,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yep, it's definitely kind of a huge accomplishment and a big career. And I don't wish him a ton of luck this year, though. I still want to make the playoffs as a
I want
Ducks
him to be
fan.
healthy. I just don't want him to win a lot of games. Let's put it that
Yeah,
way.
Oh yeah,
no
yeah.
wins.
Him
He can have a great
personally.
year. Lots of
Yeah.
face-off wins, maybe for him as a center, but in terms of on the score sheet, still want to see them not make the
And
playoffs.
whatever he
But
can do to help Luka Doncic get integrated into LA even more, go for it. I
sure.
know they're both from Slovenia and have been talking ever since he got here.
Oh yeah,
So whatever helps him get into LA and feel better here too. Let's go for that.
yeah.
So is that what they produce more as basketball players? Because I feel like all of those
I'm
like
not sure.
Eastern European nations, like anything that is remotely close to Russia,
Mm-hmm.
is
Really
just
hockey.
cranking them out. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
where it's
But
cold, you got hockey, right? Like,
it's true.
I
Even
mean,
on
we
it
do
here
have a
in the
great
United
hockey
States.
program, but I don't think
Yeah.
they haven't had historically a ton of NHL players.
Oh, okay. Nice.
All right. So
So
then you got
not looking
Crosby. I
forward to
mean, you
that,
got
obviously.
Kopitar 18
Yep.
years, and now Crosby with 20 years, but him, Malkin, and Letang all together in Pittsburgh. That's crazy. 20 years, 3 guys on one team. That's
It's
never ever going
insane.
to happen
It's
again,
it's
right?
probably
Yeah,
never gonna happen again. I mean, to have that
Oh,
much success there, right? So they won
that's
in
the thing, right?
2009, they won in 2016 and 17. They got the back-to-backs there, and they pretty
dude,
much have made the
they went in
playoffs.
08 and lost to Detroit, and then won in 09. So they went to 4
Yeah, and they
finals.
went. Yep, they went in 08. You're right. So 4 finals together. I mean, they they pretty much made the playoffs every year they were together. I mean,
Yeah.
they've just recently started missing, which is kind of insane just to have that much success
Well,
in a seat where
there's 3 guys that are 40 basically. So I mean,
yep.
eventually you're gonna have to tear it down and start over. But this is cool, 20 years together. It's like a historical thing. I get that, but like after this, I think it might be time to start over, and somebody's got to retire or
Yeah,
like
Windows
go
definitely
play one
closed
last
on
year on a 1-year
them.
deal somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah.
Are all three of them just like untradeable? Not in the sense of nobody wants them, but in the sense that because I think the main reason why people don't stay on teams long enough is not necessarily always the players, right? It's the team.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yeah, switch it up, let's go. So the fact that the Penguins have been, I wouldn't say gracious enough, but gracious enough to allow the trio to continue.
Mhm.
It speaks for two things, in my opinion. One, the talent of these three guys. Obviously,
Right.
they're not just going to keep everybody just because, but also the patience and wherewithal of the organization to understand the importance of having like pillars in your organization.
Yeah.
I mean, even like what the Ducks did in keeping Getzlaf for so long. I mean, he was
Yep.
never terrible, right? But there was a point
No.
where he wasn't maybe necessarily the main guy. So, kind of props to these three dudes and the organization for like I'll say allowing them
Yeah.
to play together for so long. You know what I mean?
Well, how long was Sullivan coaching there, Aaron? Because I know he took over when they won. I think was he there in the 09 one
16.
or just the 16 and 17? Okay, he
Just the
took over.
16 and
What's his first
17.
name?
Yeah, he came Mike Sullivan.
Yeah,
He came
he's
in
coaching the Rangers now,
as a
right?
relief coach. I think he's coaching the
Yeah, he
Rangers
was an
now.
interim. Yeah,
That
that's
was
what I thought.
because he was interim. They had fired their coach from before. They were like setting up to win cups and not getting the results they wanted, and immediately had that, and that happens kind of often. I realize that a lot of times that quick coach switch sometimes gets you that fast result you need as a team. So
In the
yeah, I mean
NFL,
he
they call it the dead coach bounce. Like the game or the 2 weeks after you get a coach fired or he gets fired,
bump,
usually the team kind of like, all right, fuck it, let's go. And then
that's true. Even in other sports that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
The Raiders did it with Antonio Pierce that one year. I mean, they didn't go win anything, but I'm just saying they started winning more games.
But you got that success right after, right? Like just a little bit of hope afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Exactly.
Mike Sullivan was there from 15-16 to last year, 24-25.
So basically since they won their 2 cups all the way till just last year. So
yep.
It's time to probably reset it in Pittsburgh. They there's a lot of speculation. They used to have obviously one of the greatest players in the league history, Mario Lemieux. And he stuck around. He came back out of retirement when the franchise was in trouble and kind of stuck around into Crosby getting drafted. And once he knew that they had a new franchise face, he took his leave for real that time. Now he's part of the ownership, or he was. I think he might have sold out.
I don't know if he is anymore, but he was for a good chunk of time.
For a good chunk of it when they won their next 2, basically. And then there's theories that Crosby, at least as the captain and kind of face of that franchise, people think he's still going to stick around in maybe a couple more years, just to, even though he's getting close to 40, just to
bridge
make
the gap
sure that
kind of thing again.
They bridge the gap, make sure they get that next big player. But that means they're going to have to do a lot of losing to get that.
I was
that
just going to say,
draft picks, right? What was Crosby drafted at? I'm assuming first round. But, Oh, literally one overall.
Well, back up. Let's tell the really sad part.
Oh,
you know who
the story. I don't want to talk about
draft that year, Brendan.
I'm guessing the Ducks.
Anaheim Ducks. We didn't win the draft lottery. We could have gotten Sidney Crosby.
Man, I feel like that happened again. Except somebody decided to go to Chicago. This time it might have worked out
for us because Leo Carlson is damn good. And
Bedard's
good. But
I was going to say, Bedard not?
Leo, I don't know. I feel like Leo might be better down the line.
I'll put it this way. This time around, our consolation prize at 2 was a lot better. No disrespect to Bobby Ryan.
No, Bobby was good initially, and then it kind of fell apart. We traded him to Ottawa.
That's who we had.
Personal issues.
That's the number 2.
Bro, remember that?
The fall.
Okay. Corey got me a signed T-shirt by Bobby Ryan. I'm pretty sure I still freaking have it.
He's actually my first number jersey, actually, Bobby Ryan. I got a number 9.
I don't know where you got it. I think he was just randomly signing one day.
Or maybe it was somebody there was something
in
that was left with the marketing department.
Maybe, bro.
Gave it to us, the staff.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just remember I had it, and I never got rid of it because I was hoping he would take off. Like it was basically like a rookie.
Those first couple years, he was really good because there's that one famous. I don't know if it's a playoff game or a late game in the season to like. Playoff race. But he bounces against the glass after a goal, and I mean that play. He was fans loved him when he was here, and then
I did.
He went on to Ottawa, and then obviously he had some issues. I think off the ice with alcohol and stuff. He wasn't able to get help. He did come back and play again. I mean, he wasn't the same player, but at least he was able to get through all that personal shit.
Cleaned up a little bit.
Exactly, and he got to have that one more shot to be an NHL player, which was super cool to see.
I didn't realize that's who we got, and we didn't get Sid the Kid. That's crazy. Yeah. What a crazy! That's like almost. I'm not saying it's the same, but that's almost like Favre to Rodgers to Love, like Lemieux to Crosby to whoever might be next.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
it really is. It's like it's the same thing. Packers.
They're looking
Favre,
to get
Rodgers,
number 1 this year potentially. I mean, I don't know that.
You think they'll be that bad?
But no, I don't think they will. But a lot of the analysts and fans have been talking online, and there's talk of intentional maybe being bad because there is a solid player coming up. If I'm not mistaken, Gavin McKenna, I think, is coming up as he's a young new
he sounds American, so I'm assuming he plays at a university here.
He should be. Well, I think he's underage right now. I think he's 17, not yet committed to college, if I'm not mistaken. Canadian, good old Canadian boy.
Okay, yeah, that's close enough.
But
17.
It's North America.
No, you're right. Yeah, he is at Penn State. Actually, he's already there. That's how you know he's one of those talented guys that gets the early offers, and definitely pegged to be a very good player for a long time already at 17. So just like Crosby, just like Mario.
Ohio State.
Man.
Okay, cool. Okay, so they're cooking a little bit maybe in Pittsburgh.
We'll see.
But it's still kind of cool to celebrate the 20.
Get to celebrate that. Yep. It's just something you don't see too often. And even Letang, who he has had like so many concussions in his career, it's kind of impressive that he's still playing.
A brutal sport. Yeah. He wouldn't be in the NFL.
Nope. No, he wouldn't.
He'd be ruled out so fast.
They would have retired him a long time ago.
Yeah, like forcefully. Kind of like, who was it? That Percy Harvin? Is that who it was?
Yeah, I think so.
Remember that guy just kept
he was getting all
getting
kinds of
sick.
migraines and issues because of it. It was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, not something that the NFL is going to allow for sure. But hey, props to them. I don't know if I've ever told you, but I've always been, because him and Ovechkin came into the league either the same year or very close together, a year apart, basically.
Same
Ovechkin's
year they
gonna be
started
in his
playing because the
21st
lockout,
this
I
year.
think.
Yeah.
And then, no, you're right.
Okay.
Maybe you're right. Maybe he played one before him, but I'm not
One
quite
more
sure.
year before. I looked. The only reason is because I looked up all this
Yeah.
stuff the other day, and I was like, they've been playing about the same time, but no, it's 21st season this year for Ovechkin and 20 for Crosby. So
There you go.
literally-
Yeah, that's crazy too.
So-
that those guys went back to back. I think first overall picks, which is crazy year after year.
Yeah, the insane talent right there, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I've always been more of I'm not a Ovechkin hater per se.
Yep.
But definitely been a fan of Sydney, and
Oh yeah,
This is where
he's had
Brendan
more
and I
team
are
success.
Always on the opposite side. I've always been an Ovechkin guy, and Brendan's
Really?
always been a Crosby guy.
Yeah. Even though I don't pay attention to hockey much, I don't know what it is. I've always liked Sid the Kid.
yeah.
So it's kind of weird that
I
it's
think
in his
he's still
twilight
one
now.
of the most complete players that's ever played the game, like from all aspects: offense, defense,
You know
just
what?
hockey IQ.
Sidney Crosby is Tim Duncan of the NHL, Mr. Fundamentals. He does everything right. He's not flashy. He doesn't say a whole lot. Like he just shows up, plays the game, does really good, and then goes home.
He is
That's exactly. He's Tim Duncan of the NHL. That's what it is.
I like that. Well,
I'm
I mean, we
surprised-
mentioned. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Crosby will probably retire unannounced at the end of a year, just like Tim Duncan. He won't tell you he's retiring.
I
to do a
definitely
tour
think
like
that's
Kopitar.
what's going
He'll
to
just be
happen. He's
like,
not doing
I'm
a tour.
done.
He's just like, I'm done.
Yeah, that's what
Which
I
was
see that
honestly
for
super
sure.
surprising for Tim. Not that he didn't want to do a tour, but I was surprised. I mean, it was getting to that age, right? But then still was like,
But at least maybe tell everybody the last month of the season, so the home fans can at least try to get a couple more in.
That's
the
what
road
Getzlaf did, right?
teams, you
Like
don't
he
have
got
to
that
do anything
those
bad.
last few games after announcing it.
Yeah, exactly. We had
Give
what,
him
like
the send
5
off.
games. He didn't even play the last 2 road games. He even played the last home game, and then he was like, "All right, I'm done." He's like, "Okay."
Kershaw
came
played
sudden.
one more start at home before the playoffs started. So
Yeah,
true.
same. Yeah.
Well, I know we were just kind of referencing him a little bit. The main man with the goals. I know points wise,
Grade
he's
8.
behind a lot. I think from Sydney as well. He's got him on goals like crazy, but Sydney,
Oh yeah.
with points, I believe might have him still. I know obviously Gretzky has him with points total, but that's because Gretzky is literally insane. But Ovechkin's who we're talking about. He's at 897. Is that right, Corey? 897.
As of yesterday, I don't know if they played yesterday or if they won, but when I looked yesterday, he has an 897 still. So
my gosh, bro,
pushing
21 seasons. 9. So that's through 20, or he scored a couple times this year already.
No, he hasn't actually. When I looked yesterday,
yet,
he only played 3 games and he hadn't had a goal yet. So
damn,
yeah,
45 goals a year on average.
Yeah, and I think I saw a thing under 30, he scored like 470 or something like that, and then over 30, it's like 420. So like, it's not a huge dramatic.
It's not like he had a big chunk at the beginning and his fall.
Yeah, it's almost like Kobe 8 and 24. It's almost like the numbers are almost split down the middle between the 2 decades, which is kind of crazy to think. But
true.
Obviously, he's going to get a couple goals unless something catastrophic happens and go over 900 for the first player ever. But if this is his last year, I don't even think he can get to 930.
What's 930?
930, 940 goals total.
930.
Is he just picking a random number, or does that mean something?
No, I'm just like, he's not going to get to 1,000 because he'd have to play another 100 2 years or more. So I'm like, okay, maybe he can get another 30 this year. So that puts him at like 920, 930 ish. And then if he wants to come back, he could push for 950 the following. But then again, last year, who would have thought how many he got? I think what did he end up with, like 40 or something last year? Like way more than we anticipated.
So, I mean, he really went on a tear because for the longest time, I'd always thought he wasn't going to get it because of the pace he was on. He had a few down years in his late 30s here where it was starting to come down. And the last 2 to get to that plateau of crossing Gretzky, he just poured them on. And it really showed like, he wanted it bad.
It's funny
44.
44. Because most players that are attempting to break like an all-time record like that, when they get super close, they either like clinch up and then they like struggle for a short period of time, and everyone's like, "Oh no, it's getting to him." And eventually they get it. But I felt like Ovechkin was like, "Nah, screw that. I'm just going to get this over with and move on, and we're going to keep playing." Like
as a reference,
this year it's happening. This year I have 2 more. I have 1 in this, but he's going to do it in the first one. Like he wanted to do it early.
Okay. I don't blame him. As a reference, last year he played in 65 games and scored 44 goals. To your point of really trying to go on it, the year before he played in 79 games and only scored 31 goals.
Yep,
Okay.
that's what
So
it was. Yeah,
he played in 14 less games, but scored 13 more goals.
And they didn't have a good team. I don't think they had a good team year
No,
that year. He
they were
was
bad.
down
Yeah,
here.
they still made the
that was
playoffs
part of
though.
the
They
issue.
just
Last year or the year
barely inched
prior?
in.
The year prior when he had the down year, they made the playoff, but they weren't very good
They
as
got
a
swept.
team. But
They
last
got
year they were
swept right
actually
away.
decent. Did they get to the second round last year?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so 2 years ago they were 40, 31, and 11, 91 total points, and finished 4th. They did get swept by the Rangers in the first round, just like
That's right.
like he said. And
Yeah.
last year they won the first round 4-1 over the Canadiens and lost 4-1 to the Hurricanes.
Hurricanes always get
Tough
to the
one.
conference finals.
Yeah,
Pretty good
and no
team.
further.
Any other random NHL news before we move on to the home team, as we'll call it?
I
No?
think we're ready for the return of the Ducks.
Oh yeah,
I'm flying.
Fly.
I don't know if you guys can see it.
Dude, yesterday's home opener was amazing. We had, I think, 17,000, which is the most ever for a Ducks game. Obviously,
Damn.
Aaron and I were there for 12 or 14 hours,
Just
working
about.
the whole day.
Thank you for your hard work, guys. Thank you
Selling
for your hard
merch and
work.
getting all the Duck gear out there.
Whoop,
But
whoop.
I don't know, man. It's a different vibe in the building. I think Coach Q makes just that much of the coaching staff alone. We got 2 other coaches, Woodcroft, and I can't remember the other name. Aaron, you probably do, but they could be head coaches anywhere else. But for whatever reason, they're on Q's staff, and I think that's a huge benefit to us. So I think the Ducks are in a very good position. I know it's only 3 games in, but I'm feeling really good about them. Feeling really good.
Is this like a Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn to Dan Campbell kind of feeling? Is that what you're saying? Like these 2 coaches could honestly be head coaches somewhere else.
I would say more so because Woodcroft actually used to be a head coach. I don't remember Aaron. Who's the guy who's in charge of the power play this year? I can't remember the coach's name.
Woodcroft, I think, is running the power play. Yeah.
Oh, is it Woodcroft? Okay, there's somebody else on the staff too. But Woodcroft used to coach the Oilers, so he's been a head coach previously, and now he's an assistant and just focusing on that. So I think that helps the team overall. Kreider's been a great addition. Obviously, he's had 4 goals in 3 games, 3 of those on power play. And if you look at the weird number I saw yesterday, I don't know if it's in his career the last 2 years, McTavish has 6 power play goals. Kreider has 3 in 3 games with us.
Wow.
So it's working.
Yeah.
The kids are on that line just circling around him, and he's the old veteran just standing in the center waiting for any kind of tip or rebound. It's working out great.
Now, Aaron, explain this to me. Maybe you know. So, because I didn't even know this was a thing. So that guy's main job, obviously he helps with other things, but his main job is literally just to plan for, I'm assuming, both defending and aggressive or attacking on power plays.
I mean, kind of, yeah. He's just kind of made a career out of being a guy who is able to both tip the puck in front of the net and just be in the right space during the power play. When you have that extra player, obviously, where you put him out there, if you have all other options being covered, that last guy who's kind of escaping and floating away,
the floater,
that's going to be how you score. Like that's how you get
right.
those open lanes. Once that opens up, you can make that pass across. His first power play goal last night was exactly that. It was just waiting by the side of the net. He didn't have to do anything in terms of actually lifting the puck. He literally just had his stick on the ice in the right position. Pass hit his stick, it's in the net. It's just right in there. And like he has at one point not that long ago hit 50 goals with the Rangers, and long time with the Rangers. I want to say 13-14 years in the NHL. And with whatever was going on with the Rangers, we talked about it a little bit during our break for the Four Nations, talking about they struggled and they missed the playoffs after being the top team in the league the year prior, and they really wanted to change how that team looked, and they went with a different direction. They got rid of, we have like half their players now on the Ducks. I like to call the Ducks
Dude, you
Rangers
know how many
West
goals
right
the
now.
Rangers have scored in their 3 home games so far?
Less than Kreider.
Zero.
Yep.
Kreider wasn't good anymore. Apparently that
That's
was
what they
part
said.
of the
They
problem.
said he was a little getting up in age. Couldn't do
one man's trash
anymore.
is another man's treasure.
Agreed, but I think the biggest thing is they have the kids on power play just zipping around, as Kreider said in the post game, and he just gets to stand there in the middle and just wait for deflections.
Spend no energy, right?
Yeah, he's just chilling. Like that's his.
He gets
bread
to
and butter,
utilize his best skills, which are his experience and his knowledge. Really, he's been around. Yeah. He's been to a Stanley Cup final. They lost to the Kings in 2014, but he's made deep playoff runs with the Rangers like 3 or 4 times. They made conference finals, and he's been top line for all of it, basically. So he's currently playing on the Ducks top line and just fit in perfectly well. So I mean, it's exciting.
Damn it! What's the old guy line? It's Kreider and those guys. What are they calling the old guy line? Damn it!
I think Strom came up with the name when they were practicing. It was the pension line. Was it
pension line.
Yeah. It was him, Strome, and Kreider, right? Or are we talking Vetrano? Maybe was in there too. Vetrano's not
And
as
then
old,
there's the
but
line of McTavish, Cutter, and is it Beckett? And they're calling
Beckett.
And Quinn Q's like, I guess we're gonna call that the kid line. That wasn't part of the plan in camp, but it's working. So
Yeah.
we got a kid line, and we got what was the other one you said? I already forgot it.
Pension.
The pension line. We got the old guys pension line, and we got the kid line. I love it. This
That's
is what
pretty
the
cool.
Ducks are all about.
Hey, honestly, whatever it takes to make it work, and getting a Stanley Cup winning coach, along with what you're telling me is at least two other strong, assistant coaches on the team, especially surrounding. And I understand you need good players and good coaches all the time, but especially surrounding young people, which is
correct.
Right. I mean, the Ducks are a fairly young team. Obviously, they have some older people, and they've acquired some wisdom, I guess you could say, and some time in the league from others, but the amount of young people, they really need to be coached up, because if the talent is there but it's not directed properly, then it could just be missed. You know what I mean? So I've heard only good things from Corey, hearing all the stuff about Coach Q around the building, even when we had Alexis on.
Oh, Alexis, I was saying one of
him too. Alexis on. She's just getting like a vibe out of the players and stuff like that. What that she's been talking to, doing little social media things, and it's just like Corey said, the vibe in the building seems different. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm ready to go check out the vibe myself.
Yeah, we actually like a month and a half ago, they took some of us over to the Honda Center, and we walked through the new like locker room entryway, and there's all these new like decor and photos of like the Getzlaff in a goal, and then it has like every player that's played for the Ducks that is now in the Hall of Fame, even if they played for us for like a year. There's a thing on the wall that says their name and the years they were on the team, and there's like the banner for the championships in the division and the Stanley Cup, like all this really cool stuff. And then we went in the locker room, we sat down, and Coach Q came in and talked to all of us for like 10 minutes, and I'm not gonna lie. After 2 minutes, I was ready to play for him. I was like, I get why people like this guy. Like, he's just super positive, and he's like, if you guys need anything to help with marketing, with selling merch, with come to us and we'll help you, and you help us. We're one big team. I mean, he just he gets it, man. And I think he said it himself, which I've been telling Aaron. You can back me. I've been telling you for 2 years we should hire Coach Q. This has been my plan for a while.
My
the other
dream
one was
once Florida let him go.
Yeah, well, my other plan was trade McTavish, but that's not going to happen. But anyways, my plan was get Coach Q because he just gets it. And where we are as a team, the Ducks, like we have a bunch of young guys we talked about, and now a couple of vets that make sense. He said it himself. This is exactly how I went into Chicago. We had drafted Kane and Taze, and they were young. We had a couple old guys, and then we just kind of made it all mesh, and it took off, and we had a great run. So he said he had the same feeling when he went to Florida before he got fired because of everything, and they went on this crazy run they've been on. So if he says this has got the feeling and look of what the other two spots he was at first and then took off, I'm feeling really good. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, if we have the talent he's rivaling the freaking Jonathan Taves and is Patrick Kane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm down because those dudes are Hall of Famers. So
and like we just locked up Lucas Dostal, the goalie, so he's not going anywhere. He's the goalie of the future. Jackson Lacombe at defense is locked up for another 8 years. So, and he's a young kid. Like they're doing all these little things to put all the pieces together. And if it all makes sense, we could make the playoffs this year. Aaron, don't laugh at me when I say that.
I won't say anything. All I'll say is that
Aaron is the word. We're at work and we're doing our welcome back orientation, and Aaron goes to talk, and he's like, I'm telling you now, the Ducks are going to make the playoffs. And I'm like, whoa, Aaron has been not saying that to me. And so the next day I'm like, bro, I can't believe you said it. He's like, well, I got to get everyone excited. Wait, what? He's like, I don't think we're going to make the playoffs. I'm like, bro,
I'm not going to go in there and say I don't have any faith in this group.
We probably won't do anything this year. Let's go get it.
Thanks for coming and hanging out. We're not going to do anything good. So enjoy.
It's going to be a lot of losses. Hope you're ready. No. I mean, just like you're talking about Quenneville pumping up everybody. You gotta get them all jazzed up to get out there.
Okay, well, I hope Quenneville actually believes what he's saying, unlike you.
I think he does. And going back on Quenneville a little bit, I've always had this clip in my head. I mean, he was a frustrating coach when we lost, all those
on 15
games. I mean, it was just the one series, but against Chicago for us, but they were dominant against all of the West Coast teams, and he's just that guy that can get the most out of his players and knows what's going on. He's the second most winningest coach, I think, in regular season for the NHL.
Yep.
And I sent you guys this clip right now if you want to take a look. If one of you wants to
play it up.
It is the funniest shit ever. It's him coming in after one of the Hawks' big wins. I feel like I've told you about this clip, Corey. It's the funniest shit. And he is just so jazzed. And he's the type of coach when you see him coming in and he's acting like this. how could you not want to go out there and win him a Stanley Cup? Like, it's insane.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna have to share
Brendan,
this.
see
Yeah,
this
and play
clip.
it. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
this is worth it.
got
This is
you.
worth it.
Go
All
for
right.
it.
I'm pretty sure the volume's volume's up.
Fuck, that's a big win, Jigabuggy. Holy fuck, that's a big win. Holy fuck, Louie. Big win out there. Fucking what a win, Rosie. Holy
Holy
Like,
fuck.
How does that not? How do you not get excited or pumped up to be with around that guy? The guy's always
Nah, I
positive,
can
just
see
like,
that.
holy shit, let's go! Oh my god! I mean, he's just all
so
about
good.
it, dude. He's
No, I
Yeah.
can
I
see
love
that.
it.
I like that. Okay.
And then
I see
Aaron,
that.
remember we went to that the thing at Irvine? They did like
At
a
Great Park.
before the season started. Like everybody come over, we'll watch the first practice, and they did a Q&A with Coach after. And the first thing Alexis asked him was like, "How you feeling after your first practice?" Like, well, my legs hurt. I haven't been out here in like 4 years, so
Yeah.
I'm feeling kind of tired, but it'll get better. Like that was his first thought. So
He was
just seems
brutally
like
honest there.
yeah, just down to earth, honest guy. I think the guys appreciate that, and a couple of them have played for him in other spots. So there's different energy and vibe in the building. The fans last night were stoked. Everyone got a
They were
free
so
Wild Wing
excited.
mask in their seat, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all exploded on
Dude,
social.
that
Sports,
mask
they were
looked
talking about it.
sick, by the way. Let me
Yeah.
pull it up for
Yes,
for
pull
those
it
who
up, pull
didn't
it
get
up.
to see it. Oh my
I saw a couple
gosh.
articles saying, "Is this like the best stadium giveaway ever?" Like it's
Of all
it's
time,
cool.
yeah,
Yep,
and Sports
yeah.
Center reposted it. I mean,
Yep.
it was all over
It made the
social
rounds.
for everything.
Yep.
Yeah, not just the
People
Ducks
were loving
or
it.
Honda or JoJo posting
Not even
on
just
his. Like
not
this
even
was
just hockey. Like it broke out into
Yeah.
general sports, right? Yeah. So
exactly. Yeah, it was, dude. It was awesome. Like I said, the energy and vibe feels. I've been there. This is my 18th season now coming up. It was a vibe that I have not felt in
Yep.
at least 10 years.
Yeah, check 'em out.
At least, like it's awesome.
Bro, just the way, I mean, obviously it takes time for all these people to go put it up, but man,
than 2 hours.
this thing looks sweet, bro. And the fact that I know obviously a lot of the giveaways they're given away not by the kindness of the Ducks, but mostly by the kindness of sponsors, right? So
Oh, yeah.
what I love though is most of the time it's so apparent who the sponsor is,
Oh,
and
it's
it
loud.
is, but
Yeah.
just not from the front because it's completely clean. And it's just the stuff holding on the mask that
what's holding
has the
on the strap
UCI
there,
health.
yeah.
Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. I like the red or orange or whatever.
Yep,
I guess
orange
it's more of
eyes.
an
Yeah,
orange.
orange. Yeah.
Matching the
But
logo
dude,
now.
this oh bro, this thing is so sweet, so sweet. I thought that was such a cool giveaway. I'm glad you guys brought that up because I thought it was
Yeah.
so cool.
Fans were loving it, and they can bring it back next time they're at a game too. I mean, it's a cool thing. For
Or if
sure.
you lose it, you can buy one at the store.
Or
We
you can
have
buy it at
plenty
Team
of
Store,
units for it.
$25. We got them right here.
Damn, these are $25. You guys gave that's pretty good. UCI health. Okay. Nice. Yeah,
And
that
it's
was
the same.
good.
It's the same one we sell in the store, but with a different strap. That's
Basically,
literally the
yeah.
only
It doesn't
difference.
say UCI health. Yeah. If
Yeah,
you're
ours
buying
is a
it, you don't
black
get the
strap.
damn
That one has a
sponsor.
white one with UCI health on it. That's it. Everything else is exactly the same. So,
Okay.
and
that's pretty
JoJo's the
good.
one who came up with the idea 2 years ago to have the orange on the mascot Wild Wing, and obviously we added it to the mask as part of that too. So
As part of the
No,
logo.
it's pretty sweet.
we have a pretty
But
good
yeah.
little thing going. Like I said,
Yeah, I like it.
It's exciting.
Vibes are good.
I think the best part
Okay,
is
so
they're scoring goals, and that's something
Yes,
that
we're
for the
shooting the
past
puck
8
at the
years
net and we're
they have
scoring.
never
Wow.
been able to be.
Oh, is that
anywhere
normally
near the
not
top
something
of
the
the
Ducks do?
NHL.
Shoot,
No,
they don't shoot
they've-
the puck at the
They've
net. Oh,
finished
darn.
bottom 5 in the league in offense so many years. The past decade, it's been
We'd
bad.
be
Even when they were
outshot
good.
yeah, but there'd be games after like a period. It'd be like 15-4, and we're like,
In
are we even
shots,
playing
yeah.
hockey? What are we doing out there?
So the
4
only reason
shots
why
in
they
30
weren't even in
minutes?
games is because of the damn freaking goalies.
God,
Yes,
it was like we were
always.
stuck in the old school way of playing the game, and now with Q and them, it's like we're playing a modern hockey game that the NHL actually plays.
Scoring
as
is
well.
up.
So
It's gone up year over year, and so the Ducks need to adapt to that. And it seems like they're getting a pretty good job. They had their first win of the year as a 7-6 overtime win, which is kind of stupid, but it is.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it.
exciting.
That's
hockey.
a fun game for the fans.
Yeah, for
Dude,
the fans.
San Jose, those fans were pissed.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, if it's on the road, yeah. Still fun to watch, like the back and forth and all the goals.
yeah.
All right, so you've talked a lot about a couple players, a lot about the coaching staff, just a lot of the vibe around the building. Before we move on to just kind of wrap up the episode and give a little bit of a preview of who we think is going to be at the end, can you give me 2 players that you're most excited to see? It could be because you think they're going to score a lot of goals, because you think they are just beast on the defense. It could be the goalie. Give me 2 players you're excited to look for that are on the Ducks this year going forward for the season.
Sure thing. Corey, you want to go first?
Okay, so you're saying like anybody, like not necessarily a dark horse, or is there somebody like nobody's
no,
talking?
it's just, dude, it could be your safe. It could be the person that's been here for 15 years. I don't care. Just like, who are you looking forward to watching this year? Who do you think is going to help this team be as successful as you guys are? Well, as one of you guys think they are, and the other one is lying about it.
I think Cutter's gonna have a huge year. Cutter Gauthier is gonna last year he scored 20 goals in his rookie season, and it didn't seem to be very hard for him to adapt to the NHL game from college. So I think another year under his belt, an off season of training with NHL guys, some more vets, including Kreider and Granlund, that are in there trying to get all these guys in that mode. I just feel like he's going to have a big year. I'm thinking he might score 30 or 35 goals. I'm just saying. I don't know. I just got a feeling. The other thing is, I think, oh man, who's my other one?
It doesn't have to be goal. It could be defense.
No, I think it's Seneca. I think a lot of people, when we drafted him a couple years ago, were like, I think they might have reached at 3 to get him that high. And his reaction when he got drafted was, holy shit, what the hell? So I think he thought he might have gotten drafted a little high compared to what he's expecting. But so far, he has been great. I think, considering how young he is, he's actually had a good time in the last year and a half to really bulk up. And you can tell he doesn't look like a child anymore. He looks like an actual grown man that's playing the game. And yesterday he kind of got that interference call late against, I don't know who hit him from Pittsburgh, but he kind of chirped at him and the guy was like talking back to him, and Beckett looked at him like, what? You were the idiot that didn't mess me up.
He got that little nastiness to him.
Yeah, he's not backing down just because he's a young kid. Like, he's coming out fighting. So I'm excited for him. And I think him and Cutter are the two, I guess, I'm looking forward to the most.
All right. Thanks, bro. All right, Aaron.
You know what, Corey? It's kind of funny. My gut first reaction were those two exact players. That's why I kind of wanted to hear what you had to say first. That's why I'm like, let's hear what Corey has to say.
Well, if you don't have anybody else, give me one more and add to it.
I do have two because actually there's quite a few players on this team with interesting storylines or, stuff to look out for. Leo Carlsson, obviously we talked about him earlier, went second overall. This is now his year 3. He's got probably the best chance right now to have a breakout year, just given the fact that he has some really good chemistry already with the players he's playing with. He's got Terry's starting, got a little bit of a good relationship with him already. They played together, but he's played with Kreider and looked really well with him there. And even a little bit, you've got Granlund, who right now is playing third line center, but could slot into a wing spot later on, Michael Granlund is one of the other players we acquired, kind of been around the NHL. Definitely a good look for the Ducks to get another good player.
Okay.
But Carlson definitely is the one I have a lot of anticipation for, because he has mentioned already in interviews that he thinks he can score a lot more and he wants to shoot more. And you can already see it. I think he had like 6 shot attempts or something in the last game.
Well, the offense is now shooting the puck overall.
Yep,
so that
everyone's shooting. Everyone's shooting, which is great. And
good. That is the point of the sport.
That's the point of the sport, right? Score goals. So that's always fun to see, right? Like, I feel dumb saying it, but it's just been so not a part of the Ducks' plan for so many years, just, that it's a welcome change. But the big one is the soon-to-be highest-paid Ducks player in history, Jackson Lacombe, who no one, even in hockey, a lot of people were like, who is this guy? When he signs this deal, he got an extension. It doesn't kick in until next year, but he's going to be getting $9 million a year. Yeah, it's 8 years, $9 million a year, and he's going to be worth it. I think we haven't had a defenseman like him in a long time. He's someone who can actually drive the offense. I know in the preseason, just watching him play, just getting back to hockey, he had like multi-point games every single time. Obviously preseason, right? Like, it doesn't count yet, but he's been there, and he's going to be a huge part of that power play we were talking about earlier, keeping the pucks in at the line and making sure to get those passes set up and finding those open spots for guys like Kreider. And he's definitely one who I think people are going to know his name after this year for sure. Like, already last year, people started to talk about him, and he's going to have it for sure this year.
Do you think Lacombe at this moment, even though it's very early in his career, obviously, do you think he has the capability, or could he be better than Cam Fowler was when he was younger? Because Cam Fowler came in pretty easily, obviously living with Scott Niedermayer your rookie year and learning from one of the best defensemen ever helps a little bit, but his skating and everything just seemed so smooth those first couple of years, and he picked up everything so early, so easily. So I feel like Jackson's kind of on that same trajectory, and Scott Niedermayer's still involved with the organization, so I don't know if that's part of the reason maybe Jackson is talking to Scott and learning some things or not, but it wouldn't hurt. But I feel like Jackson's kind of on that same trajectory we had with Cam.
Cam definitely came in, and he was someone who fell to us in the draft. He was supposed to go a lot higher. And so it was something where he had a lot to prove and came in right away, had a lot of success. Obviously, the last few years have been, he struggled at the end here a little bit, but immediately when he left, played fantastic for St. Louis. And you could tell he's just one of those great defensemen.
He got an extension.
And he got an extension, which is, I was kind of surprised because he's getting up there in age a little bit. I'm a big Cam Fowler fan, but I was surprised they gave him that. But I think St. Louis is...
Okay, back up. Hold on. You said he's getting up in age. You know how old he is?
He's got to be like 32, 31.
Wow, okay,
Fuck
33.
you
That's not that old,
too.
but that's pretty
Yeah.
right on.
For hockey. Come on, he's playing a lot of hard
I
minutes.
was like, maybe he's like 37, 38. No, he's
For
30.
hockey.
Yeah, for hockey. Yes.
He's and also as a defenseman, he's playing a lot of minutes out there. A lot of minutes for hockey. But yeah, Lacombe, I think you're right. I think he's got that every opportunity right now. I think they've given him pretty much a full-on free reign to be our number one guy. Like it's his job to lose in terms of the power play, in terms of just in offensive situations. He's going to be our pick to be out there. If you've got overtime, you got one defenseman to throw out there, you're going to throw out Lacombe. Yeah, he's got all that opportunity to succeed. And the one thing I think he has over Fowler in this case, I think, is that offensive talent, because he was actually a forward originally when he was playing, right?
Oh.
And he transitions to defense, gets a lot more looks, and ends up getting drafted by the Ducks, and he's part of the USA hockey program. And he definitely has that touch, just being a former forward. Like Brent Burns, he actually joined the NHL as a longtime defenseman. Burns, a big offensive guy. He joined as a forward, became a defenseman at the NHL level, whereas Lacombe kind of left being
Burns
a forward
is some
earlier in
big
his
dude,
career.
though. Damn, Burns as a forward, that's crazy. He's a huge guy.
He played his first couple years.
Guy,
He played as a forward, and he transitioned into defense, which is it's super rare. Like just don't see that happen that often, right? So, but yeah, they got a good one in Lacombe, so I'm excited to see him play this year. He's going to be definitely a highlight reel guy.
All right, Brendan, who's your two guys you're excited for?
Excited for Wild Wing and
he's great.
DJ JoJo.
I was going to say DJ JoJo. I knew it.
JoJo's got a lot of good stuff cooking this year.
Bro. Dude, they look really good, man. We got the mask given out in the first home game. And the DJ booth is always on fire. Shout out to JoJo. So, yeah, those are my two in there. Sure. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he said I could try to hang out one time.
Timu Solani hit the button last night to get the crowd going. So that was a good one for the home opener, I think.
Nice. He's got to live local. I feel like he's at the game a lot.
He has a
even when they don't show him.
He owns in Newport, and then his wife owns a bakery right next to it. I think he's going to have his steakhouse
I
also.
Like steakhouse and bakeries.
The restaurant is open.
What's it called? What's a steakhouse?
I think it's called Solani Steakhouse.
It's literally called, yeah, you got it.
Basics.
Well, now I'm curious what the bakery is called, because that one's easy.
The only reason I know about the bakery is because when I first started working there, obviously Solani was playing. His daughter was like 7 or so, and then she came in like a year ago to the store, and I was like, oh my gosh. And she's like, now I don't know, been 18 years, so she's like 20 years old now or older, and she's like, oh yeah, my mom has the bakery, we run it, it's right next door to the steakhouse. I was like,
okay, well, I'll just look
that's cool, like awesome. So yeah, they're just and they're the nicest people, dude. Him and Serpa are great. They're fantastic. I always tell the story when we were in the playoff, I don't know if it was a playoff game or regular season game in the old store. This is way back in the day. But Serpa is at the register and paying, and then on the screen, Timu gets in a fight, which never happens. That's not his thing. He's not a fighter.
Literally never.
So she starts screaming at the TV in Finnish, and we're all like,
in Finnish?
What is happening? And then she stops and realizes, it's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Timu never fights. And we're like, no, it's fine. We just were like, because the TVs were behind us. So when she starts screaming, we're like, what is going on? But yeah, they're the best people. So I'm so happy that Timu still comes around and is involved in all that kind of stuff. It's awesome.
Nice. That's cool. Solani Steak Tavern.
Oh, Steak Tavern. Okay.
Yeah, I had to.
Still got to visit. Haven't been yet. One day.
Nice. Yeah, I know. I want to go. Let's go.
Well, the Ducks win the cup this year. We'll go there for dinner celebration.
Yes. Okay, well, so we'll go in the next decade.
Hey! Why are you so negative like Aaron?
No.
Okay. This is a perfect transition. Why don't I have you then start, Corey? You said the Ducks are going to the Cup. Who do you have in your Stanley Cup final matchup?
Called him out.
I'm guessing the Ducks, right?
Ducks.
Okay, perfect. Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I want the Anaheim Ducks, of course.
Okay, all right.
No, I have the Dallas Stars coming out of the West, and I have the Hurricanes coming out of the East. I feel like those two teams the last 5 or so years, maybe Hurricanes longer, have been getting to the conference finals like constantly. I know Dallas made it to the final in the bubble and then lost to who did they lose to? Oh, Tampa. But I don't feel like that this team just, I don't know, there's something different about it. They're both kind of just at the edge, and I want them to both get there and play against each other. So I'm thinking Dallas Stars versus the Hurricanes. Although if you would have asked me before the season started 2 weeks ago, I would have said trade McTavish to Dallas for Jason Robertson, but we didn't do that. So Dallas Stars coming out of the West, Hurricanes out of the East.
Okay. All right. I'll go next. We'll save the best for last because I have no idea what I'm talking about. So I went to the standings and saw who was at the top, even though it's only been like 4 or 5 games. And I just kind of picked some teams. I am a fan of most of the teams in this city besides their basketball team. They are the worst basketball team on the face of this planet. I have the Boston Bruins taking it from the Eastern Conference. And when I was in Arizona, I don't know, a couple months ago, I randomly put this long parlay of all the championship winners. I've completely lost that very quickly. So I'm just going to run with who I have being the cup winner this year. I have Boston versus the Golden Knights. Bruins versus Vegas. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I have actually no reasons for it. So let's move on to Aaron. Aaron, who do you got going to the cup?
Full transparency, I had the Rangers winning the cup at the start of the year last year. They didn't even make the playoffs. So,
Okay,
and I think I
good.
did the same
Good job.
thing a couple years prior with the Islanders. I'm not good at doing this for the start of the
Anaheim
year.
Ducks to go from the Western Conference.
I'm absolutely, if they were wearing green and they were named Dallas and they played.
Yeah. Oh, you're riding with Corey on the Stars.
I'm going on the bandwagon with Corey. The Stars, yeah, they're a great team. They've got the goaltending. They've got defensive, good players. They have Mikko Rantanen for a full year. They just have, I think, what it takes. And with Jamie Benn, I know he's been hurt. Their captain, longtime captain. He may not play for a little bit here. At this point, this is probably coming to the end of it for him. He's up there in age in terms of how many years he's been around. And him and Sagan have been there for so long and no cup to show for it, only one finals appearance. So I really feel like if it's going to come together, it's got to be this year for them. I think this might be their last run as a group together. So I got them going. Actually, spoilers, I have them winning because I really don't have a lot of faith in the East Coast teams right now. I was struggling.
I know.
You couldn't even pick a team to get to from the Eastern Conference to the final. And I was like, well, it can't be two Western teams, Aaron. You have to
know, yeah, I would have picked Vegas outside of that. I would have been like, all right, Vegas, Dallas finals. Let's go. No. But yeah, I went off the board, and the Ottawa Senators, they took a big step last year and finally made the playoffs again. They have Brady Tkachuk, brother to Florida Panthers Matthew Tkachuk, who is their go-to guy, and they have a lot of good pieces now. They have a solid goalie, and they have an up-and-coming team. They're kind of where the Ducks should look to be this year. Is the hope, right? Where they finally get to break back into the playoffs. Maybe they don't make a lot of noise this year, but that's the hope at least, right? You got to start somewhere, and I think Ottawa. Mm-hmm. If they could just take, this is my total dark horse, and it's going to look dumb when they even miss the playoffs this year. But I think that they could, if they just get going, it's playoffs. Once you're in, you never know. And I think they could make a deep run out of it. So they've got the pieces.
So you're predicting that? No, oh, they're losing to Dallas. That's right. Okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say, you're predicting they're going to break the 23-year drought of Canadian winners, but never mind.
Nope. No
Canada. Yeah.
Boo Canada. You say 23 or 33 years?
Well, I think I just Googled it. It says the Canadians won. I can't count. Right, correct. Yeah.
So I was like, Aaron's not 30, and it was before Aaron was born.
Well, I'm just pretending like I'm not as old as I am. True.
Ducks didn't exist yet when they last had a Canadian Cup winner.
Dude, wow, that's so true. It literally was the last year that we didn't have the Ducks yet because we're doing 32 years this year. That's crazy.
Crazy
well, that's
stuff.
hockey, folks. That's hockey for you.
Hockey's crazy, but the best. I can't wait for playoff hockey. But
so happy it's back
in it this time.
All right,
please. Just I need to. I only got to work that 1 year in the playoffs working for the Ducks, and it was a sweep. And I need something. Yeah. I need a real playoff run here.
Trust me, I feel your pain. It's been a long time since I've gotten to work one. Real one that I think we had a chance in at least.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so now that we've got our predictions of who we think is going to be in the Stanley Cup final, let us know in the comments who you got, or you can hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at RVUFTB, and tell me why the Ducks are going to win and why Aaron's wrong because he's so against the Ducks.
Let's go Ducks!
Hater!
He's got all I'm just a realist. I've seen it for too long. I'm a realist.
Ducks gear and surrounded it. And he's like, I don't think they're going to win.
And I'm like, I don't really like them that much.
Down with the Ducks. Well, honestly, bro, I appreciate you coming by. Thank you for sitting with us on the bench today, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Anytime. I'm getting paid soon at some point, right? I'm making some money.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for breaking the ice on the season with us.
Appreciate everybody. Peace.
This was a Sycamore Fourth Studios production.